NFC North battle in Week 1 between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Cleveland. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Slot man moves right. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it. Yard line. start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
From his goal line here, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. On the return, Jackson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And his pass incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Close to being here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals, but they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The Browns drive about to get started. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Watson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
For the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
27 yards.
And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Had a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that
play. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing is Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. They got his man complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
throwing now. Jackson on first down. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson throwing once more. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him. He's on last completion his way. He earned a lot of attention on that route. And that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
They run again on first down, Chubb. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. York able to send this one through. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there's still something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 71 yards. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. On 1st down, Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They run it again with Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Jackson. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now it's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brings up 2nd down and 5 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Brought in by Dobbins near the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw again is Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
34, Browns 10. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Grant. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Darius Slayton, 48 yards. And the Browns get a bit closer.
This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
I got they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a pull on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brendan, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a first down throw, Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 56 yards. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, here's Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Big run here in the fourth as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense on third down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. On first down, it's Watson. That ball caught by Slayton. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Jackson on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again. Here the fourth. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender,
I'm actually chirping Chitty on him.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Not a lot of success to be found there.
You got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down. You've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Watson to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. York now for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Connecting with Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Cleveland, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I'll be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, waiting, confused like what happened. How you get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, pick up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip, Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick, waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Took me 20 to get ready, yo. Shower, moisturizer, and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about one thing. Where the at? Anyway, gotta pay a little more if we late to the jet. Got a jet cause the boat leave at 8. And we got Safari on that upper deck in the orchestra. Don't play it. Score for every Ablo project. You ain't scared to change cause it's ain't coming out your pockets. My fruity and slip. I'm rude a little bit. Don't be acting so appalled. All y'all girl let it put so much into tonight. And you just don't care. Now stop playing games. Gun, bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go.
You're always rushing me. Relax, chill, all right?
to tonight. Just don't care. Playing games, girl. Bring your downstairs.
I think I left something in the house.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. Fourth and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But